To many people, the fretboard can seem a bit of a mystery. And really, that's not surprising because it is complex and it's often taught very poorly. I always share with my guitar students that the guitar fretboard is essentially like playing 6 different 22 key pianos, and they're stacked on one another. And not only are they stacked on one another, but they all start in different places and somewhat overlap. And there's even one less convenience than the piano. They aren't color-coded with white and black keys on the guitar fretboard. But fear not, in this lesson, I'm going to give you 3 step-by-step techniques to start seeing confidently across the neck so you can play and never feel lost. But why listen to me? Well, my name is Daniel Seraph, and I'm a professional guitar coach and musician. I've taught over 25,000 one-on-one guitar lessons since 2007, and I specialize in helping intermediate guitarists blow past those pesky plateaus and start playing confidently and creatively on the guitar today. Let's jump in. For this lesson, it's important that you already know about the natural notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Natural notes have no sharps and no flats, just the regular letters of the musical alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A. And you also need to know that not all of the notes are spaced equally. B to C and E to F are a half step apart, which is up or down 1 fret on the guitar. All the other notes are a whole step apart, which is up or down 2 frets on the guitar. That's A to B, C to D, D to E, F to G, and G to A. And this is where we will start all natural notes. This is also known as the key of C major. And C major is the only major scale that has no sharps and no flats in it. Let's jump into step 1. Contrary to popular belief, learning the natural notes on the fretboard is the absolute best way to approach it. I've opened up many theory books and been surprised to see the entire neck covered with all the natural notes, the sharps, and the flats all jumbled together like that is somehow able to be memorized. What an overwhelming and non-musical way to look at the fretboard. In step 1, what we are going to do is put on one of the included backing tracks that I've included in the description below and play the natural notes to the 12th fret on each string and come back down from open to 12 and back. 2 things here, that's 2, that I want to reiterate. Number 1, make sure you play descending as well as ascending. So many people overlook the descending, and they're always worse at it. Number 2, saying out loud is much more challenging than not saying it out loud. Saying it in your head is not good enough. If you sing, I would highly recommend singing it instead. What you'll do is every day, at least once, play and say the natural notes to the 12th fret and back. I'll demonstrate on a couple strings. Let's do it on the D string. Here's our track. So the rhythm here is a little fast. It's going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So let's do a couple times on each note so we don't have to run up and down the frets too fast. So maybe we play 4 times each note like this. 2, 3, 4, D, E, half step to F, F, hold a G, A, B, C, D, we'll turn around, C, B, A, G, F, E, back to D. That might have been easy for you because we had so many repetitions. So you might try twice each. D, E, F, G, and then eventually work to where you can move every quarter note. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Again, vocalizing. And I have a huge recommendation that you start with your weakest strings. So everybody knows their E strings and their A strings. Get to know the D, the G, and the B. So step 1.2 is to do the exact same exercise, except you're gonna go as high as you possibly can on each string. I go to 22 because I have 22 frets, and then I go back down. Again, I would do that with the track, and I'd also say the notes out loud. Make sure what goes up must come back down. So step 2, we're gonna try the same exercise except we're going to use a note grouping. What is a note group? It's also called a motif or melodic motif, or just a set of notes. And it's basically a number pattern that goes through the scale. So since we have 7 different notes, let's use 7 numbers. And we're just technically playing a C major scale, so it's a 7-note scale. The pattern goes like this. I'm gonna start on C, since that's technically the beginning of our scale. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, then back 1, 2, 3, 4, then back 1, 3, 4, 5, then back 1, 4, 5, 6, back 1, 5, 6, 7, etc. You could also think of this pattern as up 2 notes and then back 1 note to start the pattern again. And just like last time, what goes up must come down. 7, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can download this information in the PDF that's linked below for free. You'll do this same exercise on every string. Let's try this on the A string, and we're gonna use those note names rather than numbers. Here we go. A, B, C, back 1. B, C, D, back 1. C, D, E, back 1. D, E, F, back 1. E, F, G, back 1. F, G, A, back 1, G, A, B, back 1, A, B, C. Now you should totally do this all the way up the neck, and then you should turn around and do it backwards as well. So let's say I started at my highest note on that A string. G, F, E, F, E, D, E, D, C, D, C, B, C, B, A, B, A, G, A, G, F, G, F, E, F, E, D, E, D, C, D, C, B, and C, B, A. You might be wondering why I'm not doing it with you and having you play along. If you do this yourself and vocalize out loud, it's gonna be much better because you're gonna have those whoa moments where you can't quite think or say in time, and that's gonna make you better. If you're enjoying this lesson so far and realizing how much work you need to do on your fretboard knowledge, I recently released a 21 video lesson series where I teach my approach to fretboard knowledge. It was only available for Black Friday, but since you've made it this far in the video, make sure to click the link below to grab a copy and start your journey to fretboard mastery today. And you can save $20 by using the code YTFretboard. So go ahead and click that link below. Step number 3, we're getting a little bit more tricky learning the fretboard. This is called playing the scale in intervals. They happen to be third intervals, and they go like this. Essentially, that means every other note. Except we come back 1 note each time to start over the pattern. So when we use those numbers like we did in the last exercise, it'll go something like this. 1, skip to 3. Then you're gonna go back 1, 2, up to 4. Then back 1, 3, up to 5. Okay? Another great way to think about this exercise is skip 1, back 1. So now let's look at it with letter names. And I'll do it on the A string again since it's the start of our musical alphabet. A, skip B up to C. B, skip C up to D. C, skip D up to E. A little faster, D to F. E to G. F to A. G to B. A to C. And again, in this exercise, you might go all the way to the 22nd fret and then turn around. B, D, C, E, D, F, and E, G. Now we're at the top, right? So start at the highest note and come back down. G to E, F to D, E to C, D to B, C to A, B to G, A to F, G to E, F to D, E to C, D to B, and C to A. I would absolutely recommend that you play these with either the drone or the backing tracks. This is really important because it helps you start to ear train as it helps your fretboard knowledge. You'll start to hear your way through the fretboard rather than just seeing it. Now that you're well on your way to mastering the fretboard, make sure to watch this video next to learn to apply triads across the neck and get them sounding like music with 3 simple steps.